Hey there, fellow dog lovers. Dr. Ben Parker here, your go-to curiosity expert on dog talk. Have you ever looked at your dog begging for your food and thought, why not? Well, I'm here to tell you exactly why not. Today, we are diving deep into the culinary danger zone. 20 foods your furry best friend should absolutely never, ever eat. You see, dogs and humans have entirely different metabolic systems. What is a delicious, safe snack for us could be a one-way ticket to a massive vet bill for them. Or, something far worse. We're talking severe organ failure, seizures, or even death. Yeah, things are getting real dark real fast. But don't panic just yet. I'm gonna walk you through these 20 forbidden foods. And stick around until the end, because I'll reveal the top 5 ultimate rush to the ER immediately items. Number 1 on our list of culinary villains is a staple in almost every kitchen: garlic. It keeps vampires away, and unfortunately, it can do some serious damage to dogs. Garlic contains compounds that can literally destroy your dog's red blood cells, leading to a nasty condition called hemolytic anemia. It is as bad as it actually sounds. While a tiny, microscopic crumb might not cause instant chaos, a significant amount will turn their red blood cells into mush. So, keep that garlic bread to yourself. And let's be honest, your dog's breath is already questionable enough. We really don't need to add a heavy layer of garlic to those aggressive morning face kisses, do we? Coming in hot at number 2 is garlic's partner in crime, the onion. Just like garlic, onions cause hemolytic anemia, and they are hiding everywhere in our human food. Back in the day, onion toxicity in dogs was super common, especially with leftover takeout. Picture this: a bowl of empty noodles left outside loaded with savory onions. A sneaky dog wanders by, licks the bowl clean, and boom, emergency vet visit. Thankfully, modern takeout containers have cut down on this, but the danger remains high. Whether it's raw, cooked, powdered, or dehydrated, onions are a massive red flag. So, when you drop an onion ring on the floor, you better dive for it before your dog does. Now, for number 3, the heartbreak of the century: chocolate. Yes, the sweet nectar of the gods is basically poison to our canine companions. It's a cruel, cruel world. Chocolate contains a sneaky little compound called theobromine. Dogs metabolize this incredibly slowly, leading to toxic buildup that wreaks havoc on their nervous system. Depending on how much they gobble up, you might see them vibrating like a malfunctioning toy, having seizures, or even experiencing a full-blown heart attack. Not fun. But here's the kicker: not all chocolate is created equal. The darker the chocolate, the higher the theobromine. Dark chocolate is the ultimate final boss of dog toxins. If a tiny Chihuahua eats a premium dark chocolate truffle, it's a massive crisis. If a Great Dane eats a single milk chocolate piece, they might just get a mild tummy ache. Moving on to number 4, grapes and raisins. These innocent-looking little spheres of fruit are actually ticking time bombs that can cause sudden acute kidney failure. For the longest time, scientists were scratching their heads, wondering exactly why grapes were so toxic. Recently, studies suggest tartaric acid might be the prime suspect. The weirdest part? It's completely unpredictable. One dog might eat a single grape and end up in the ICU, while another eats a whole bunch and just wags their tail. Because of this terrifying Russian roulette, vets don't mess around. If your dog eats a grape, we treat it like a 5-alarm fire. Vomiting is induced immediately. And don't think raisins are safer. They are literally concentrated grapes. Dried, shriveled little nuggets of kidney-destroying doom. Keep the trail mix far, far away. Number 5 is alcohol. I know what you're thinking. Who on earth is pouring their dog a pint of beer? Well, you'd be surprised what a thirsty dog will actually lap up. Picture a lovely summer barbecue. You set your half-empty beer down, turn around for a hot dog, and your golden retriever decides to become the life of the entire party. Dogs get drunk just like humans, but their bodies can't handle the metabolic processing. It depresses their central nervous system and causes severe metabolic acidosis. Even a tiny sip can cause alcohol toxicity. They'll get wobbly, lethargic, and could slip into a coma. So, keep the booze out of reach. Dogs are naturally high on life. Up next, number 6, caffeine. We all need our morning coffee to function, but if your dog gets into your espresso, they're going to have a very, very, very bad time. Caffeine acts like a massive dose of adrenaline for dogs. It overstimulates their heart and nervous system, leading to hyperactivity, tremors, and even cardiac arrest. While dogs rarely drink black coffee, they do love digging in the trash. Used tea bags or discarded coffee grounds are prime targets for a curious, hungry little snout. Not only is the caffeine toxic, but swallowing a whole tea bag can cause a massive intestinal blockage. So, throw those bags away securely, unless you want a jittery pup. Number 7 brings us to the trendy hipster favorite, avocado. While avocado toast might be the peak of human brunch culture, it's a major no-no for your furry friend. Avocados contain a fungicidal toxin called persin. While mild in some cases, it can cause significant vomiting, diarrhea, and even pancreatitis in our canine buddies. Plus, the giant pit in the middle is a massive choking hazard and can easily block their intestines. So, let's keep the delicious guacamole strictly for the humans, shall we? Number 8 on our forbidden feast list, macadamia nuts and other fatty tree nuts. These little guys are incredibly high in fat and incredibly hard for dogs to digest. But the real danger lies in specific toxins, like mycotoxins, which can cause severe neurological issues. A dog that eats macadamia nuts might lose the ability to stand. They can experience weakness in their hind legs, tremors, and a dangerously high fever. It's a terrifying sight for any pet parent, all caused by a small handful of nuts. And beware of those mixed nut pouches. They often contain raisins right alongside the nuts. It's basically a grab bag of canine toxicity. Read those labels carefully. Number 9 is a silent killer hiding in your purse or pocket, xylitol. This artificial sweetener is incredibly common in sugar-free gum, mints, and some peanut butters. When a dog eats xylitol, their body gets confused and thinks it's pure sugar. This triggers a massive rapid release of insulin from their pancreas, which is very bad. This huge insulin spike crashes their blood sugar levels, leading to severe hypoglycemia. We're talking weakness, collapse, and uncontrollable seizures within minutes. As if that wasn't terrifying enough, xylitol also causes acute, massive liver failure. Scientists still aren't exactly sure why, but the liver destruction is very real. I once treated a dog who ate an entire pack of sugar-free gum. It was a race against time to save his liver. Always check your peanut butter ingredients for xylitol. Coming in at number 10, raw egg whites. Now, you might think raw eggs give them a shiny coat, but the whites contain an enzyme called avidin that causes major issues. Avidin actually binds to biotin, which is a crucial B vitamin, preventing its absorption. Over time, this can lead to skin issues, poor coat health, and deficiencies. Cooked eggs are generally fine, but raw egg whites are a sneaky saboteur. Plus, there's always the risk of bacterial contamination. Best to just scramble them up first. Which brings us smoothly to number 11. Raw meat. The raw food diet trend is huge right now, but feeding completely uncooked meat carries significant medical risks. Raw meat is a playground for nasty bacteria like Salmonella and Campylobacter. These pathogens can cause severe gastrointestinal infections in your dog's digestive tract. And let's not forget, those bacteria can easily be passed on to you when your dog gives you a big, sloppy kiss after their raw chicken dinner. Yuck, no thank you at all. If you want to give them meat, boiling it plain without any seasoning is the safest route. Just a little bit as a treat though, keep the raw steaks strictly on the grill. Number 12 is a bit obscure but important, the green leaves and stems of tomatoes. The red, ripe fruit is generally okay, but the green parts are highly toxic. They contain solanine, a compound that can cause severe gastrointestinal upset and even neurological symptoms. It is the tomato plant's natural defense mechanism. Fortunately, most dogs don't go out of their way to munch on tomato vines, but if you have a vegetable garden, you might want to put up a little protective barrier fence. Lucky number 13, cheese. I know, dogs absolutely lose their minds for cheese. But the harsh truth is, the vast majority of dogs are actually lactose intolerant. They lack the enzyme lactase needed to properly break down dairy. Feeding them a big chunk of cheddar can lead to explosive diarrhea, gas, and severe abdominal pain. Now, a tiny microscopic piece of low-sodium cheese used to hide a pill? That's usually okay. But handing them a slice of pizza? You're asking for a very messy carpet. If you must use cheese for medication, baby cheese with 0 added salt is the absolute safest bet, but keep it to an absolute minimum. Their tummies will thank you later. Following the cheese train, number 14 is milk and other dairy products. Just like cheese, the lactose in a bowl of milk will cause a gastrointestinal nightmare. You might think a little saucer of milk is a nice treat, but it's a fast track to the vet. If you really want to give them milk, look for specialized pet milk instead. These pet milks have the lactose completely removed, making them safe and digestible. So, skip the cow's milk and go straight to the pet store aisle for a safer option. Number 15, is a hidden danger in your fruit bowl: the pits and seeds of peaches, plums, and apricots. The flesh is completely fine, but the hard core is very deadly. These pits contain cyanide-producing compounds. Yes, actual cyanide. Chewing on them can release this deadly toxin directly into your dog's fragile little bloodstream. But even if they swallow it whole, the danger isn't over. These pits are the absolute perfect size to cause a complete and total intestinal blockage in their digestive tract. An owner might say, "He ate a peach pit yesterday, and now he can't keep water down." Boom, a quick x-ray shows a giant pit completely stuck in the small intestine. If it's stuck, it requires major abdominal surgery to remove. If you catch them right after they swallow it, we can sometimes fish it out safely with a long endoscope. Number 16, parsley. A tiny sprinkle won't hurt, but if your dog decides to graze on a whole bunch of parsley, it can cause some rather unexpected medical problems. Large amounts of parsley contain a compound called furanocoumarin, which can cause photosensitization. Basically, it makes their skin incredibly sensitive to the sunlight. They could end up with severe sunburns or dermatitis just from a quick walk in the park. So, keep the herb garden out of reach of curious sniffers and hungry little mouths. Number 17 is another garden hazard: green potatoes and potato sprouts. Just like the tomato stems, these contain dangerously high levels of the toxic solanine. Solanine can cause severe vomiting, diarrhea, and heart issues. If your potatoes have sprouted little alien tentacles in the pantry, you must keep your dog far away. Plain, cooked, peeled potatoes are perfectly safe in moderation, but anything green or sprouted belongs immediately in the trash, not anywhere near the dog food bowl. Number 18 is a weird one: raw yeast dough. If you're baking bread and leave the dough out to rise, a counter-surfing dog might take a massive, regrettable bite. Once inside the warm, moist environment of their stomach, the yeast continues to ferment and the dough expands. It can stretch their stomach to dangerous proportions. The fermentation process also produces alcohol, leading to alcohol poisoning on top of a massively bloated, painful stomach. Stick to baking fully cooked treats only. Number 19. Sugary treats and high-sugar snacks. Giving your dog a lollipop or a piece of cake might seem cute, but it's a complete metabolic disaster waiting to happen. High sugar intake leads to massive blood sugar spikes, obesity, and long-term metabolic diseases like diabetes. They really, truly do not need the artificial sugar rush. And remember, many sugar-free treats contain that deadly xylitol we talked about earlier. So whether it's full of sugar or sugar-free, human candy is an absolute no-go. Stick to dog-safe treats like carrots or apple slices. They love the satisfying crunch, and you avoid the sudden onset of canine diabetes. It's a win-win situation for all. And finally, number 20, human medications. This is a massive one, folks. Dogs process drugs entirely differently than we do. What cures our headache can literally kill them. Common over-the-counter drugs like Tylenol, ibuprofen, and aspirin are highly toxic to dogs. They can cause severe stomach ulcers, acute liver failure, and kidney destruction. There are two main ways this happens. First, dogs are nosy. They hear a pill bottle rattle, think it's a treat dispenser, and chew the plastic right open to get the prize. Some children's medications even have sweet flavorings, making them irresistible to a dog. They'll lap up that grape-flavored syrup like it's a Michelin star gourmet meal. The second way is well-meaning owners giving their dog a human pill to treat a limp or a fever. Never, ever play doctor with human meds. Always call your trusted vet first. So, what do you do if the unthinkable happens and your dog eats one of these forbidden items? First rule, do not panic, but act immediately. Time is absolutely of the essence. The exact treatment depends on what they ate, how much, and their body weight. But generally, if we catch it early, the very first step is safely inducing vomiting at the clinic. Back in the day, we used harsh chemicals that made their stomachs miserable. But today, veterinary medicine is amazing. We have incredibly effective, safe medications available. A quick IV injection, and within 10 to 15 minutes, 90% of dogs will safely empty their stomachs. It's like medical magic, albeit slightly gross medical magic. If they ate a peach pit and vomiting doesn't work, we bust out the endoscope. We drive a tiny camera down their throat and pull the item out without needing invasive surgery. But what if you didn't see them eat it? You need to watch for symptoms. Because different toxins attack different organs, the outward signs can be wildly varied and confusing. If they ate onions or garlic, their urine might turn dark brown or even red due to the destroyed blood cells. It's a terrifying, unmistakable sign of severe hemolytic anemia. If it was xylitol, you'll see neurological signs like trembling, weakness, or sudden seizures. For general toxins, look for extreme lethargy, severe vomiting, or bad diarrhea. Bottom line, if your dog is acting completely out of character and looks severely ill, don't wait to see if it miraculously passes. Get to the emergency vet clinic immediately. Now, I promised you the absolute top 5 worst offenders, the things you must rush to the vet for, regardless of how tiny the amount swallowed was. These are the big bad ones. Here is the VIP list of doom. Number 1, garlic. Number 2, onions. Number 3, grapes and raisins. These 3 are absolutely non-negotiable, life-threatening emergencies. Number 4 is xylitol. Even a single piece of gum is a massive crisis. And number 5, fruit pits, like peach or plum seeds. They are absolute intestinal blockage nightmares. And let's add a bonus number 6. Any human medication. If they swallow a stray Advil, grab your keys and start the car. Do not wait for symptoms to start showing up at all. Look, I get it. We love our dogs. We look at them eating the same dry kibble every day and we feel terribly guilty. We want to share our delicious human food with them so badly. We think giving them a little taste of our dinner is showing love. But the reality is, true love is keeping them safe from things their fragile bodies simply cannot handle yet. If you really want to spoil them with homemade food, that's fantastic. But please, consult a veterinary nutritionist. Use safe, approved recipes tailored to their specific needs. Don't just wing it like you're cooking for a roommate. Keep them safe, keep them healthy, and save yourself a massive vet bill. Until next time, stay curious and keep those tails wagging.